Hey, what's going on there, friends? My name is Untitled Chapter, and welcome to my brand new Let's Play of Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire version for the Game Boy Advance. Alright, so let's begin. Okay. Okay. Alright, this is my practice file, but we don't have to worry about that, so let's begin a new game, shall we? Alright, we have a brand new professor compared to the previous Pokemon LP that I did, Pokemon Crystal. This time we have a brand new one called Professor Birch. That Pokemon is in Azurill, in case you guys did not know that. So this is the first game in 3rd generation. Now, because it's a brand new generation, what you're going to be seeing is a completely different world, the Hoenn Region, as well as brand new Pokemon. So you will not see a lot of returning you won't see very many returning Pokemon that like you would used to see back in Crystal. So okay, all right, boy or girl? I'm gonna choose the boy character, Brendan. If you're playing as the girl, you're gonna be playing as May. Who is the main antagonist if you watch the Pokemon series. So, alright, and as you guys know, I go by M-Chan, or my regular name, which I'm going to use my regular name for this playthrough. Your hometown of Littleroot. Okay. Very own adventure is about to unfold. Take courage and leap into a world of Pokemon where dreams, adventure, and friendships await. Alright, here we go. And then we start inside of some type of moving truck. That's what it sounds like. Oh my. Yep, indeed we were in the back of a moving truck. Oh my. Yeah, tell me about it. Well, this is our hometown. Excuse me. This is our hometown, Littleroot. Very nice. I get my own room? Really? That sounds awesome. Pokemon do all the work? Really? So I guess we don't have to do anything? I mean, that would be backbreaking for the Pokemon. Yeah, these are Machokes. They are basically moving stuff. Alright, let's check out our room. We have an entire room upstairs. That's actually really nice. I bet it'd feel nice to have an entire room up on the 2nd floor of a house. Alright, so there's a potion in the PC. Most Pokemon games have that. We have a GameCube. God, I wish I had a GameCube. Right there's the map of the whole world. You can take a look at it. And then we have the clock. We better set it. Alright. It is right now 5:58 p.m. But it does not matter because this game has a 24-hour daylight system. So therefore, nothing really matters no matter how you set the clock in this game. Everything's put away very neatly, huh? I guess they are very convenient. Okay. Well, it looks like everything's there. We have a book there. We also have a pretty nice bed, I'd have to say. Whoa, what? What? We have a dad in this game? Whoa! One of Dad's friends lives in town, Professor Birch. Oh man, he lives right next door, huh? Alright, well, better go right next door then. Alright, this is Littleroot Town. You can explore around. Mainly you have to go here. By the way, fun fact, you actually start that house if you're playing as May in this game. So it's another, so it's just a small little difference between playing as boy and girl. Really? She's upstairs, huh? Alright. Oh, what do you know? There she is. Pokemon fully restored. Items ready. And... Whoa! Hello! Yeah, my move was today. Glad to meet you. After this year of becoming friends with Pokemon all over the world, I heard about you from my dad, Professor Birch. Ah, I see. Yeah. Oh, it's alright. Oh, okay. Yeah, you go do that. Okay. So that's basically the house if you're playing as May. So yeah, you would have to go into Brendan's house. It would be the opposite way around if you're playing as the girl. I wonder. Whoa, what's going on? Hey! It's Professor Birch, being chased by a Pokemon. Okay. Well, let's take a look. Okay, we have our 3 starter Pokemon that we gotta choose from. We have Woodgecko Pokemon Trico, the grass type. Honestly, I'd say this is a pretty decent Pokemon, but it's really hard to use early on in the game. But he does get progressively better in terms of like bosses and such. So I guess if you want to take a challenge, Trico's a way to go. But I wouldn't really recommend it for myself. And then we have Chick Pokemon Torchic, the fire type, evolves into a fire fighting type later on, which is a pretty good combination. Now Torchic is arguably one of the best starters. In my opinion, I would have to disagree. So, and I don't really, well, mainly because I don't really like Torchic that much. Torchic is like way too overpowered in my opinion, and I don't really like to do that sometimes. So then we have Mudfish Pokemon Mudkip, the water type. This one is my favorite one. It evolves into a water ground type, which is actually really good because then Mudkip would only have one weakness later on in the game, which is really awesome. And usually Pokemon that have one weakness is pretty good to have. I'm actually going to choose Mudkip for this playthrough, so let's do it. Okay, going against our first wild Pokemon battle, Poochyena, level 2. If you're playing Emerald version, you're gonna be fighting a level 2 Zigzagoon instead. There's really no difference except with Zigzagoon also having Growl, which lowers attack. Now, if you somehow lose this battle, you will the wild Pokemon will run away, so therefore you won't lose. You just won't get the experience. Now, one interesting thing about fighting that Zigzagoon, if you're playing Emerald version, is that the Zigzagoon that you fight has a 10% chance of having an Oran Berry held on that Zigzagoon, and it heals 10 HP if you bring it down to its yellow zone. So I recommend that you are not 10% lucky. Alright, so for rescuing Professor Birch, he's gonna give us the Pokemon that we chose in battle. In this case, I got myself a Mudkip. So let's give it a nickname, shall we? Alright, I thought about this nickname. I pretty much use this nickname pretty much all the time. So I'm just gonna and because I've given him this nickname all the time, I'm gonna call him Charles. I don't know why. It just always comes to my head whenever I use a Mudkip here. So, yep. Sure. Not a bad idea to go see May. So, okay. Alright. Well then. Alright, since not much is gonna go on now. So this is Pokemon Ruby. This main playthrough is going to be only Ruby exclusive. There are a bunch of differences between Ruby and Sapphire. Emerald version has more version differences. By the way, I'm an RNG god right there. I now run to any wild Pokemon. But that's actually not good because I kind of want to be on level 6 by the time I actually make it to the by the time I make it here. But oh well, that's all right. All right, so if you talk to her, she'll give you a potion. This is Littleroot Town. There's really not much in here, so we're just gonna continue onwards. So yeah, this is gonna be a Ruby only, a Ruby exclusive only playthrough. Throughout this playthrough, there are a bunch of differences between Ruby and Sapphire. There's actually some major differences between the two games, unlike most games. And you're gonna see that way later on in the game as we go through our journey. Especially Emerald. Emerald has more storylines, but there's also some. Well, Emerald is basically just Ruby and Sapphire mixed together. Pretty much is what Emerald is. But then. Of course, like I said, this is I'm only since I'm playing through Ruby, I'm only gonna be showing off stuff that are exclusive only to Ruby. So, I will not be going over anything that's exclusive to the 6th Gen remake, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, mainly because I don't have any way in showing those games. So, this will have to do for now. All right, well, hello. Pokemon found Route 103 include. Oh, hello. Yep. I got a Pokemon as a gift. Alright, bring it on. Alright, so, in this game, and possibly this game only, the opposite gender is going to be your rival. Therefore saying, this is probably the only game, oh wow. Probably the only game where you don't get to name your rival whatsoever. Actually, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. You can actually that's wrong. Black and white. So this is a pretty unlucky fight, but it's not too hard. I recommend you are on level 6 because you actually have, unlike most games, you actually have to win this battle. Otherwise, you cannot move on. Yeah. So, May/Brendan is going to have the starter Pokemon that you are weak against. So if you have a Trico, she's going to have a Torchic. If you have a Torchic, she's going to have a Mudkip. Then if you have a Mudkip, she's going to have a Trico. Trico has Pound and Leer. Torchic has Scratch and Growl. And Mudkip has Tackle and Growl. Pretty much. It's not a very hard battle. Except, maybe if you're going against her Trico, it could be harder, because Pound is usually the strongest starter move. So that can sometimes be a little problematic, especially when Trico uses Leer. Alright, well anyway. Yeah, I beat May on my first try. Very impressive, am I right? I got a bit lucky though. I got unlucky and lucky, because, yeah, that critical hit right off the bat was pretty bad. Anyway, so we got a Pokedex. The Pokedex is basically the Pokemon Encyclopedia. Honestly, I really never use the Pokedex, because I'm not a Pokemon completionist at whatsoever. So I will not be catching Pokemon unless I need them. So, and since we got Pokeballs, I'll be demonstrating how to catch Pokemon. Yes, I did. Yeah, Mudkip's very adorable Pokemon. I've always loved Mudkip. I think Mudkip is, I would have to say, out of every starter Pokemon, Mudkip would have to be my favorite one. So with that, we get Running Shoes, and this is the first game that introduces it. Running Shoes, you basically move twice as fast as walking. This will definitely be very helpful for our journey. Actually, fun fact: in this game only, you can actually avoid Running Shoes by basically going around the other side of town, and you can completely avoid Running Shoes. But it does not save any time whatsoever skipping over running shoes. So I wouldn't recommend that. Plus, think about it. Is it even worth it? Okay, I'm actually glad I ran into the Zigzagoon, because I actually want to catch a Zigzagoon. I'm not gonna use it. Okay, I better catch the Zigzagoon quick. All right, so what you want to do is you want to lower the Pokemon's HP as low as you can, and then once you're ready, throw a Pokeball and then catch it. It doesn't always work, but it works most of the time. So there we go. I'm actually glad. So like I said, I'm glad I caught a Zigzagoon because I'm not gonna be using a Zigzagoon at all. But I'll be using it for HMs later on in the game. Anyway, I'm gonna do some training and then I'll meet you guys back momentarily. Okay, we are back. Charles is now on level 11, which is great. Charles has Mud Slap and Water Gun. One cool thing about having a Zigzagoon in your party is that occasionally Zigzagoon has this ability called the Pickup ability, where occasionally you check on him, and he's gonna have a random item every time. Now, in this game only, Zigzagoon has in this game only, the random chance of getting an item from a pickup ability is extremely rigged, because you can get a really awesome item really early on in the game. That's how rigged it is. Like, you can get like a Hyper Potion, a Full Restore, or maybe even a King's Rock from a pickup ability, and it's really ridiculous. It's something stupid like that. I don't know why. It's like I mean they changed that in Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Emerald, and so on and so forth. But it's just heckin' stupid. Anyway, Pokemon you can find here in Route 101. Obviously, you can find a Zigzagoon because I caught one. You can also find Poochyena here, which is actually your first dark Pokemon you can find, which is actually really good because you get a dark Pokemon like so early on in the game, and usually with that type of possibility, that's pretty good to have. And then there's also Wurmples, which Wurmples is basically like Caterpie and Weedle mixed together. That's pretty much what it is. Then here in Route 103, you can find a new Pokemon you can find is Wingull. Water flying type. It's actually really good, like like for the early game. I definitely recommend you have a Wingull, but because I already have a water type, I'm not gonna be using Wingull in this playthrough. Anyway, now that that's over, this guy used to be blocking the way to Route 102. Now we can move on to Route 102. So new Pokemon you can find here in Route 102, you can find Lotads in Sapphire and Emerald only, and then Seedots in Ruby and Emerald only. Then you can find a Ralts, which is your first Psychic type, and once again, really good to have early on in the game. So you can actually get a Dark type and a Psychic type really early, really good. And then finally is Ruby and Sapphire only, and it's one of the rarest Pokemon you can find in the game. Surskit, 1% chance. If you find one, I can't recommend enough, but I cannot say enough. But you must catch it. But I recommend you catch it because it's 1% chance, and it's really hard to find another one if you're looking for one to complete for your Pokedex. So anyway. In Route 101, we have our first trainers, so let's take on our first trainer battle. Trainer battles, I usually speed them up because there's not a lot for me to talk about. All it really is you fight trainers Pokemon, you gain more experience, and they are harder to fight than a regular trainer battle, or than a regular wild Pokemon battle. That is basically trainer battles in a nutshell. We are fighting our first youngster. Youngsters are one of the easiest trainer classes you'll ever fight. Not much for me to explain about them, so let's just tackle away. And there we go. Zigzagoon is out. Alright, so I'm gonna be showing off this trainer battle only, and then I will be speeding up the rest of the trainer battles in the game, unless it is a boss fight. Here we go. Here's our second trainer, which is a bug catcher. Bug catchers, obviously by their names, they use bug Pokemon. Moving onwards, and we have another trainer. Just become a trainer. We're both beginners. That's right. Okay, and then introducing in this game, we have better variations of berries compared to second generation. We have orange berries and pecha berries. Orange berries heal 10 HP, and pecha berries heal poison. This game gives you a lot of berries. I definitely recommend you take advantage of them. Actually, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give an orange berry to Charles, just to be safe. So, okay. Here's our first last trainer. Last trainers mostly use Q Pokemon, so that's pretty much what their variety is. This little area over here, right here, you get yourself a potion, and that is pretty much it. Okay. And welcome to Petalburg City, first major city in the game. Not exactly, but technically it is. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, and next time we're going to be exploring Petalburg City. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.